Hi, welcome back to Mrs. Stewart's Crochet Club. I'm currently hiding from my children. I'm going to teach you today how to make this beautiful cowl. It's just a sparkly one row repeating pattern to make a really cute like work attire suitable scarf. If you are interested, we're using a 3mm hook today, and I'm using the Red Heart Sparkle yarn, but really you could use any yarn or any hook that you would like. So get your materials and let's get started on making this cute little cowl. Okay, so today we are starting with a Red Heart Sparkle. Roll With It Sparkle is the name of the brand. It says number 4 on here, but I don't believe that it's the same size as other number 4s. I think it's slightly smaller. So if you don't have this particular yarn, you could use a regular number 4. It doesn't have to be with the sparkle. You could also use like a baby weight or a DK weight just for like a softer, flowier type cowl. I'm also using a 3mm hook just for the size of my cowl. One other note about this yarn, working with the sparkle thread can be tricky. So if you are new to crocheting and you haven't had experience with different materials, you might find this a little bit challenging because the thread, the silver thread tends to get tangled up or it tends to come apart sometimes. And this pattern is very simple. We start with a multiple of 10 plus 3. So I did 53 chains. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get all the way to your multiple. If you want to make it bigger, you'll make it 63 or 73 or 83. All right, so once you have your desired length, so mine once again was 53, you're going to skip this one, and going into the next one, you're going to be doing a single crochet all the way across. Basic single crochet across. This is just building a foundation for the pattern. So like I said, the sparkle yarn can be so frustrating. We're lucky we got this project done. You can definitely use any yarn that you want. The bigger the yarn, the larger the project. The smaller the yarn, smaller project. Okay, so we're doing a single crochet all the way down to the very end. Okay, so I've reached the end of my long chain and we're going to go on with the next round. The next round is the beginning of the pattern. So this one we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this counts as a first double crochet, and it will always count as the first double crochet. You're going to yarn over and do another double crochet into that same spot that you just came out of. Okay, chain 1. We're going to skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th stitch we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and in the same stitch we're going to do 3 more double crochets. So in the same stitch, 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so then we're going to chain 1 and skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th stitch, we're going to do a V stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and a double crochet into that same space. Here we go. So you should have a V there. Okay, so after that, you're going to do chain 1. You're going to skip 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th stitch, you're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 double crochets into the same stitch. I'm finding with this silver thread, I have to really turn my hook to avoid catching it. So that's kind of a downside of this sparkle stuff. It's a little bit hard to work with, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so we have 3, 2, 3, chain 1, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th stitch, we're going to do another V. So that's a double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and another double crochet into that same stitch. Chain 1, we're chaining between each cluster, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 2, 3 in this next stitch. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3 in the same spot. Okay, chain 1, oops, I keep slipping off there. Chain 1, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the next one you're going to do a V stitch, so that's a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, there's a double, chain 2, 1, 2, and another double in the same stitch, 1, 2, and chain 1, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do 3, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, so there's 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, get my yarn going here, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 in that same spot, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th one, we're going to do a V stitch. There is so a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. Okay, so we should have a V stitch here. I'm sorry, my kids keep interrupting, so I keep having to take care of them. Chain 1, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th stitch, we're going to be doing the cluster, the 3, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, okay, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, 3 in the same spot, 3 double crochets into the same stitch, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and in the very last stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the very last stitch at the end, we're going to do 2 double crochets without any chaining in between them. That's just going to be how you start and finish each row. So we're going to go into the last stitch, and we're going to chain 2. We're going to double crochet 2. So there's 1 in the same spot. We're going to double crochet again, 2. Okay, so this is the pattern. I'm going to go over it with you for another round or two so you can get the practice of it. But from now on, we're working into the spaces of these ones. And it's going to be exactly whatever's going in this space is going to be the same stitch that it's coming out of. So it's just going to be repeating the same row, repeating the same stitches all the way up till we get to the length that we'd like. So to begin, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. we're going to turn our work and into that same stitch that we're coming out of, so right at the base, we're going to do another double crochet and chain 1. So in between each cluster we have a chain 1. In this one we're going to do three double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, the same as it is on the base. The next stitch is going to be the same. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so the next one, oops, I've got the silvers all mixed up. If you're dedicated, if you really love the yarn, keep going with it. If you're not invested in this particular yarn, I would go with something like a merino, like something really soft that you'd want to have around your neck if you find the silver too hard to work with. So there's 3, chain 2, 3 in the same space, 1, oops, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. In the next, so we're skipping all of this. In the next V space, you're going to be doing a V stitch. So it's going to be a double crochet. If we can get it out. Chain 2 and a double crochet, same as the one below it. Oops. Chain 2, double crochet, and chain 1. In the next space here, we're going to be doing the same stitches below it, 3, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 double crochets. This pattern is super easy. If you know how to do a double crochet, you're good. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets into that same space, 1, 2, 3, a chain 1. So chain 1s go between all of these clusters, and we see we have a V stitch here, so we're going to be doing another V stitch in that space. So it's a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Chain 1, oops, I keep losing that. Chain 1, in this space, you're gonna do, you notice it's 3, 2, 3, we're gonna be doing another 3, 2, 3, 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles, chain 1 between clusters, V stitch, so we're doing another V stitch, which is a double, chain 2, and another double, chain 1, next stitch, it's 3, 2, 3, oops, 3, there's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, get my end all tangled up here, 3, it's the end of that cluster, so chain 1, oops, chain 1, in that next space we have a V, so we're doing a V, double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet, chain 1, we have another 3, 2, 3, so we're going to be doing in that space the same 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey. Chain 2, 1, 2, and another 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Okay, so we've come to the very last stitch. That was the 2 double crochets. Notice that the ones at the end are not separated by any chains. It's just 2 double crochets into this last space. So 2 double crochets, and we're just gonna go right where that space is. We're not gonna worry about all these little stitches up here because it doesn't matter. It looks the same and it's less stress. So there's 1, oops, let's try again. So go through that space, 1 double crochet, and the 2nd double crochet, and that's the pattern. It's super, super easy. Let me just remind you how we do this again. So it's a chain 3. I did 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn our work. If you notice me doing this, the yarn is splitting and it's difficult. I'm continuing on because I can handle it, but you might be inclined to give up if it does this. So this is why I'm recommending try this yarn if you like it, but you can do this with any kind of yarn. You don't have to go with the silver. The silver is just another obstacle. If you're an advanced beginner or intermediate, you might want to try this yarn. It's beautiful. It's just hard to work with. Okay, so so there's 1 double crochet. We're going to go into that same space with another double crochet with no chaining in between the first and the last one, and we're going to chain 1. And we're going to continue along for this pattern. In each space, you're going to repeat the row below it. So this is going to be a 3, 2, 3 in this space. This is going to be a V-stitch, 3, 2, 3, V-stitch, 3, 2, 3, all the way across, and you just keep going and going and going until you get the length that you want. Mine is a shallow sort of... Mine's a shallow infinity scarf or a cowl. I wanted something that I could wear at work in the fall, like I'm a teacher, so at recess duty I could have something light around my neck and not have the bulk of like an actual scarf. And I just love this. Like, it's so simple and beautiful, and it's a 1 row repeat, and people are gonna say, wow, you made that? It's amazing. And we'll know between us that it's very, very easy stitch. Especially even if you're just a beginner, like this is something you could do. The key to this pattern is to select the yarn and the needle, the yarn and the hook that is suitable for you. Again, I want to encourage you to look at different kinds of yarn. I really think that a merino or something that's blended would be beautiful for this. Like, you want to wear something nice around your neck. And I think that this yarn is very attractive. It's just a little bit difficult to work with, but I encourage you to try this pattern. Let me know how it worked out for you. I just love it. I think that we can do this. You know, I think we've got it. Thank you so much. Okay, so to assemble our cowl, I'm just gonna take, this is my finish edge, and this is my start edge.